Okay, we're recording. Things looking a little different here, but we put Alt F9 to start the recording. I'm back. We're going to click fly, and we're going to San Francisco in the TBM. And I'm had a little medical detour, and anyway, I'm back up and running. So and I had a birthday on the
Monterey
27th.
Tower Dover Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha at runway 28 left, ready for departure IFR to San Francisco.
There, that's our
Dover
announcement.
Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha altimeter 29.92 wind calm. Cleared for takeoff runway 28 left.
There we go. And I got a low altitude
Takeoff runway 28
instrument.
left, Dover Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha.
And I'm ready to fly. So here we go. We go outside. There we go. Get my. Oh man, what has it been? It's been. I think it's been back around Thanksgiving. So anyway, I was going to tell you that my birthday was on the 27th, and I think it's the 29th today. I can hit my iPhone here, and it says May 29th, Thursday. So I had my 88th birthday, and we are ready to go. So let's look back inside here. We got to do a little homework here, and I think we go to 6,500. And what we do is we go here, and it will say what altitude they gave us on our instrument. Yeah, 6,000 feet. We'll get rid of that. Normally that pops up over there, but we won't worry about that. Let's get in here, 6,500 feet. Let's see, altitude. 6,000 feet. 6,000 feet. 6,000 feet. And vertical speed will be about 2,000 feet a minute. And right there, 2,000 feet a minute. And I think we click altitude, vertical speed. Vertical speed, 2,000, and we're going to nav. There, that should do it. Okay, and we'll put this here a little better. Okay, enough of that. Sorry about the delay. And let's go back outside and kick this thing into gear. Take the brakes off. And we get up to 70, we can start rotating. Click it back here, click the gear up, click the flaps up, and turn the autopilot on. I think it's on. Maybe. Climb out. Should go into a right turn. There we go.
Dover Golf Sierra Alpha, contact Oakland Center on 127.45. Good day.
Okay.
One 127.45 Dover Golf Sierra Alpha. Goodbye.
And we shoot across. We can look at our route of flight here on the chart. Yeah, maybe it's not going to come on. Let's see. 50. Let's see. Go to wondering? Yeah, actually, it just doesn't show right here. It shows that the route goes into San Francisco, and it shows all of the points, the intersections on the way into San Francisco. And we won't worry about that. We'll look back over here at the Monterey Bay. There we go. And go back inside, look at our, yeah, we could move this over one right there. That looks a little nicer. Looks a little nicer. Yeah, been off for a couple of months. And we're right on course here. The magenta line is full, heading 328. Let's go back outside. Everything looks good here. We're at 5,000. We got 1,000 feet to go. Looking up here at Santa Cruz. See what time it is. 9:56. That's AM and Monterey. Okay, we're at 6,000. We're leveling off. We should get up to about 250, which is the speed limit. And we go over here, and the little valley that goes up to San Jose is right in between these. They're mountains. We call them hills out here. And we look back inside. We're at 6,000. Our settings look good. Let's yeah, the only thing is when we get to approach mode, we'll see if the approach mode turns on. If it doesn't, we'll hand fly it into San Francisco. The Monterey Bay Academy. When I took my last currency, I forget what they call it. I had a buddy's 182 out of Monterey, so we flew to Watsonville. And coming back, it was the check ride person was a pilot with Continental, and she came out of, I think she came out of Watsonville. Flew down, and she had a Santabria. So she flew to Monterey, and we piled in. And then as we took off from Watsonville, we were probably about maybe 2,500 feet. She said, "Okay, you just lost your power," and that meant we had to go here, and you'll see that there's a little dirt strip right there. So we're maybe just hitting 2,000 because there's Watsonville Airport right there. So she pulled the power back and said, "You just lost power. Where are you going to go?" And I said, "Well, we'll land right under us." I better look at the name. Monterey Bay Academy. And I think the school buildings, the structures are over in here. But anyway, we'll land right here. I forget what, maybe one airplane is parked there. Anyway, there we go, up the shoreline over Santa Cruz. Yeah, there's the harbor right there. And there's the pier. The pier kind of fell apart. Little building fell off. Okay, let's go back out and watch where we're going. Paso Tiempo. Yeah, normally I turn these off. You know, I might leave them on because it shows you the different landmarks. Paso Tiempo is early golf course. Possibly the guy that designed that golf course right there. This is Highway 17. That goes up over to San Jose. Anyway, the guy that designed Pebble Beach, possibly also, maybe his name was Mackenzie, I forget. Yeah, the old landmarks. It's kind of fun. What's this one right down here? Scotts Valley, right there. There was a little airport. Santa Cruz had a little airport that was in here. I think they turned it into maybe a mobile home park. So they wouldn't drop us down yet after we get over Woodside. Woodside's along in here. And before we get over into the Bay Area, have a little string of hills or mountains right in there. They go up to about 3,000 feet, 2,500, 3,000 feet. And looking, you can now see the blue. Possibly on your screen you can see the blue of San Francisco Bay, and then we look down here, and that's probably San Jose International right there. Worked for Piper Aircraft over there back in the early 70s. Highway 17 comes out and runs into 280, and then 101 is over by there. See San Jose, that's Norm Mineta, is a congressman. Oh, I think he was Japanese, yeah, he was Japanese, but he lived in San Jose, became a congressman. He's retired. Possibly he's no longer with us. And we probably can drop down. You see we have lots of out. Oh, we'll just wait another minute here. Yeah, see we're touring out at 253 knots. Right there. Oh, and then we can click this. So we can drop down 1,000 feet. Selected altitude. 1,000 at vertical speed. Come down at about 1,000 feet a minute. And we're starting down. Yeah, we'll drop it down to 4,000. 3,500. 3,500. And we are descending. We can look at our chart. And it's not on the airway. So let's see. So did we have the nav on? We have the nav on. Let's see if we get approach. No, the approach doesn't come on. So I'm going to have to brush up on my navigation. But I know we're at the San Francisco airport. We're not IFR. Although we did file IFR. Bring the power back just a little bit. And get rid of this. I think actually it's zeroing in right on San Francisco airport. So we'll leave it alone. And we'll go down to 2,500 or 4,000. We'll increase the rate of descent a little bit here. 1,500 feet a minute. And we want to sequence with the airlines, which are going to be going 150 knots. So we won't be perfect on that, but we'll start slowing down. 3,500. And we'll park. We're right about over, yeah, there's Stanford. You can tell with the tile roofs. And there's right there is the linear accelerator. Goes right under 280. Atom smasher. And then right back over here is we'll look up here, and we don't quite see it, but the little airport for Palo Alto should be right in there. Nystrom Aviation used to be there. And then San Carlos Airport, right there. Oh, I know what I would have had to do on the approach is click in the approach. I didn't do that, so it's not going to click into the approach. But we can try. No. So now we're going to go down to say 1,500. Well, we'll go down to 1,700 right now. And we're going to put it on heading. And we'll change the heading to 3. Right there. Let's try that. And a little more. You can see the airport there. We put it to 310. 307. And we're going to back off the power a little more. And we'll drop the altitude down to, I think we're leveled off at 2,400 feet. So we'll drop down to, let's drop down to 1,000 feet. Vertical speed. Down at 1,000 feet a minute. That should do pretty good. Highway 101 under our left wing, and we whatever the thing, the San Mateo Bridge, which of course with the global warming, you've got the tides are rising. You can't drive across there. I'm just kidding. There's Mount Diablo. And what we're going to do is turn off the autopilot. I think it's off. And let's see here. Yeah, it's off.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
And we'll check and see if there's any other aircraft out here with us. I don't see any other aircraft. And we're down to 150. We'll put the gear down, a little notch of flap. And we'll request the right runway. .900 feet. Look out, make sure we don't have any traffic. We're cleared to land. No traffic. And we're going right to the building right there, so we can land a little long. And we'll go full flap. Get right in behind. A little bit of a yo-yo. My old friend Guy wanted me to straddle the center line. Okay. Throttle it back. Hold it off. Hold it off. There we go. Flaps up. So we're now west of runways 119. And we'll just pretend that general aviation is right in here. There we go. There's the main terminal right over there. San Bruno. United Maintenance. South San Francisco. Used to work in South San Francisco. So we'll shut her down here. See how it looks inside. Doesn't want to go inside. Here it goes. Yeah, so I had to click on the approach track, and possibly then it would have adjusted for that. So here we are at San Francisco. I think everything's okay inside, and we don't need to do anything more. I don't know what this building, it just looks like a big hangar, but I never figured out what was inside. And then looking back toward where we approached from. Thanks for riding along on Air Chance. It's good to be back. Adios. And stop is Alt F9.